Our top story this afternoon, President Park Geun-hye is preparing to leave for Washington in the next couple of hours to attend the fourth and final Nuclear Security Summit. A series of sideline talks with other world leaders are also on the president's to-do list as Seoul seeks to up the pressure on North Korea following its recent provocations. Our Song Ji-sun starts us off.
President Park Geun-hye is set to embark on an 8-day trip to Washington and Mexico City. When she lands in the U.S. Capitol, she will have a busy day ahead of her on Thursday, starting off with summit talks with U.S. President Barack Obama. Trilateral talks with Obama and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will follow, with all three leaders discussing countermeasures and sanctions on North Korea's nuclear aggression. After that, President Park and Abe will hold a one-on-one session. President Park is set to then meet Chinese President Xi Jinping for an in-depth conversation on North Korea. At a plenary session of the Nuclear Security Summit on Friday, 50-plus state representatives will assess their achievements since the last summit in 2014 and adopt a joint communique for increased nuclear security. President Park's focus will shift to business when she jets off to Mexico City on Saturday, flanked by a delegation of 145 South Korean businessmen. Seoul is seeking to expand its presence in Mexico's infrastructure and development projects and lock down greater business opportunities through the Korea-Mexico Business Forum and direct consultations with Mexican buyers. Before flying home, President Park will invite Korean residents in Mexico to a dinner. A cultural event promoting the Korean wave, or Hallyu, is also on her schedule. Song Ji-sun, Arirang News.